Kevin here, SF-RATON-NZ. Just a little bit of a quick update on stuff that's happened. And this is just looking into the entranceway to the layout room. We'll come around, and most of the major work that's been done has been on Apache Canyon. I've just finished doing a lot of the landscaping, and static grass is down, and I've put in some pine trees, did some work around here, ballasted this bit of the rail, and I'm at the moment getting the creek bed ready for its final colour on the bottom, and then painting, and then pouring water. So this will look good when it's all done and finished. The rock cliffs have done very well. Tried to follow a picture that I had of this formation very close to the Spider Bridge. In fact, I'll find the photo, I'll show you. So as we go around Apache Canyon, the rock formation goes up. I've even copied the concrete footing that holds the Spider Bridge in place, and put some gravel and riffraff down there that before I pour the water. Pine trees, I've watched Jerry Leone, and he used an old Christmas tree to make his pine trees, and so I've been utilising one that we've got that's been ready to be thrown out, and I've just made them up. To me they seem to be alright, but probably for the rivet counters it won't be, but they look pretty cool on the layout. The creek bed down there, ballasting along here. I've got burnt grass and wild honey grass on the slopes, and quite pleased how that's turned out. We're in now where the swing gate is between the upper level, and you can look across, and gives the illusion that that mountain range goes right on and keeps on going on. So I'm pleased how that's come up. It's got a little bit to do up there. That white has to be painted, but it's coming on. Planted a few more pine trees around to make it a little bit different, and so this is Apache Canyon area getting sort of sorted out. And also did way over on the far side there, because you can see that part from this side of the reverse loop. We also came around here and we filled in this pull-out section of a mountain. Still got to have scenery and that put on it, and got to do more work at the track work. I've still got a lot more to add in around by the farmhouse scenery and add more stuff to it. But I did manage to get in the backdrops. They're just photos I printed off Google Earth, and put them in to give me a background all the way into township of Raton, and that's the area that I'm working on at the moment, down here in Raton, sorting out the scenery, removable scenery, the church, working out the vehicles, and then you come into what you've already seen of Raton Station. So So Glorietta has been done. Glorietta backdrops is an actual Google maps of the mountain or the hill range and the bush in around Glorietta, and I didn't think I could build the station at Glorietta, but I've got this old fella. It's a real old model of a station that I had, and I thought, it doesn't look too bad to represent the post office at Glorietta, so that's put in. I've got a few people populated on it, and yes, the illusion of the road going back around works out really well, so pretty happy with how that's turned up. The last video update that I did, I had got this extension in. This is the 4th level. Still got a bit of scenery work to do, but across to Morley, and quite a bit. I had to redesign the track work to get it to fit, lower everything off. I've trimmed the top of the hill work. I just colour up the top there and it'll be okay, it'll give you illusion. And managed to get some of the stuff. I've got to tighten a few things back up, fix it up, but this part was reusable scenery, so I've got that sussed out. And then we put in this extra extension that's here. I've still got work to do, scenery to do, but just giving you an update of what we're doing. At the moment I've got a train that can go from top to bottom all through here, so I'm pleased with it. This is Morley. I'm yet to finish landscaping it. I've got painting to do on the walls and get it back, but it goes around and comes around on this part here. There's Raton Creek, that's in the Colorado side. It comes in, so I'm pleased to have that turned up. A bit more painting to do, and then I've got some props. I've got people swimming in it, and I've got a little Raton Creek campsite to put there. Track goes around, and I've reutilised a bit of scenery from the old layout into the corner, and it comes around. The track that's closest to us that we're looking at now comes around and goes into the reverse loop, and the reverse loop goes all the way around and comes in to Chicago on the other side, and that is a Google's map of someone had taken of Chicago station, so I've put it up there and as a destination, and it comes back out, comes back and along by the scenery there, and then on its way back down to the bottom. It is a yard at Chicago to keep this track here will be to hold shunter for the yard. You've got 1, 2, 3 yard tracks, and then the last 2 over there are sidings and the main line for the main line. So if I've got 2 trains coming, one can be parked up like it's at Chicago and the other one can come around. So yeah, it's coming on. Just thought I'd give you a quick update. I've also added in this video how I did all my rock work down there in Apache Canyon using tinfoil. So I'll add that in and we'll see how it goes, and hopefully another update soon. Bye. Hey model railroaders, this is the cliff face for Apache Canyon, and the whole effect is done with tinfoil, and I just thought I'd show you on this side here where I'm doing it. You crumple the tinfoil up into the shape and the size that you want, and then all you've got to do is peel it off, and you're supposed to do it before it gets too hard, but I use this little bricker thing that's from the automotive trade we use for getting O-rings out of cylinders and different things, and I find it just adds the right amount to it, and also just gives the plaster work a little bit more of a roughness to it, and it takes its time, but it'll eventually end up looking all the same as the other. And so I just thought I'd show you how I do that. But okay guys, catch you later. Okay, you see that I've put plaster down, and I've just put the tin foil over the wet plaster. I'll let that set and then let that dry, and so it'll end up giving me an effect like I've got here. I think it's quite cool.